Boo.
Who? To you too. Welcome in, Solitaire. Yeah, I did know. Just making sure. Fun fact, you can't type on a normal keyboard to have something. YouTube music. Are you going to work the way that I want you to do? Let's do that and get it out of the way. Oh, they're not bad. It'll figure itself out eventually. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, yeah, fix your paint up. Fix some paints up. Probably zoom that up just a little bit. Probably zoom out a smidgen. Might be beneficial, one would say. So we got Jar Warrior Alexander. It's been a while since he's been on the it's been a while. Well, we're gonna start with him tonight. See if we can finish up the pieces of the Reds. Just he's been on the counter long enough. It's time to put him, give him a proper send off. Motivate me to finish prepping some stuff and hopefully. Oh. And then once we're done with him, we'll probably start tackling our hero warrior class, seeing if I can get some separations between the browns to make it stand out a little bit more and build that contrast. Contrast is what we need. So. On the socials. Oop, I wasn't done there yet. You know what you're supposed to do, sir. Sir. All right. So, our great hero, Jar Warrior Alexander. I don't think his colors are quite matching up with what I wanted them to do in Elden Ring, but I think they're close enough to be what I want them to be for a board game. All we need to do is just paint some reds, and we'll call them good. So that's where we're going to start. Bum, bum, bum. So we take some of our oxide, some of our bright red. And we thin the two out. And we do a little dusting on the back of our hand. And start lighting up this red wax seal. I don't do the handle. It is in fact too much. Too much painting. Welcome in. This is from Steamforged Games. It's Alexander. It's a resin print or something like resin. I forget exactly the material. But it is the licensed version from Steamforged. Just working on bringing up my reds. He has his iconic pose of him standing cross-armed. Join the club. Every Wednesdays, I tend to pick something to paint from a board game. My two paint box is getting relatively small for board games, so I need to put some things in the done category, so I finish up some other things so I can get to the other things. Currently, I have a Tink Camp from Borderlands that's ready to be painted.
Someone just followed. Who is that? Baumka Angaroo.
Thank you for that follow, Bumpkin Angaroo. It's much appreciated. So Wednesdays I tend to get dedicated to painting board games. And then the rest of the time I'm working on various other fantasy miniatures, fantasy type miniatures. On Mondays we mix up our own colors, so you will see me lean towards Chimera just a smidge. On Fridays, I tend to futz and finesse whatever I wish to. Oh, it has taken me many, many, many moons to get used to it. So the red.
Thank God it's cooler tonight. May actually get some sleep.
I hope so. Do stay cool, Solitaire. Do stay cool. Many moons, yes. Good evening, No Mana. We have a brand new person in chat tonight. So it's really just about thinning the paints and not applying too much pressure. This is what I have learned through much frustration. We're just trying to bring our red seal out, make it little poppy red, and be like, he might be, we're going to put him in our done category. And probably switch over to our warrior. Or our hero. I guess yeah, it's the hero. Is it the warrior or is it the hero? I forget. I understand that crick in the neck. That was me this afternoon when I was pretending to work. I was lurking in Studio Jace and various streams today and more focused on those than I was what I was supposed to be doing all day, because what I was looking at all day was... Ooh, it was special. So, thank you. We do have the window floof, as some people have labeled her. That is Miss Triple P. She will probably jump up at some time. Yeah. My wife. And she will be very vocal. It's warm, so she's kind of... Thank you for the 10 bits as well. At 25, it will be 20 TTS on stream. I need to revise that thing. Oh, excuse me 1 second. No Black for Zorn Aussie. Salvador Navi. And then I have Under Banners of Heaven, as well as another note from No Mana. Oh, No Mana. No Mana. No Mana. Oh. I just remembered. Did you see the trailer for Running Man? Cheer menu. I dropped something like that in random or memes. It's an Instagram link. It's different, but it's kind of interesting, actually. I think it might be a better story overall. We talk old movies, we talk whatever fancy us, just don't make it political. Hello, my love. How are you? I know. It's where I saw it. I meant to find the actual YouTube link, but I forgot. Um, I slightly read, or I watched the trailer, and essentially it was. Is it Josh Brolin? Is something, I think. Oh, it is terribly bad. But Arnold just brought the one-liners in to save it. The idea is interesting. The premise of it's interesting. I never got to watch, like, it's just so cornily bad. You just look at it and you're like, that's life. That's life. Hello, my love. How are you? Oh. Glenn Powell. Yeah. The main actor is it wasn't Eddie Murphy, but it's somebody that reminds me of Eddie Murphy. Um, uh, that reminds me is why, like, I watched it and the announcer of it's hilarious. It's like, okay, so instead of it being like a night-long race, it's like 30 days you have to survive in the city, and everybody knows that you have to survive. Josh Brolin, yes, he's like the he's the thank you so much. Have a great night, Bum Kurin. Be safe and be sound. And rest well. May it be a cool and amazing rest. My cat is, being Mrs. PP right now. uh so the idea of it's interesting because it's 30 days in a city. There's some really good, like, you look at it and go, this might actually be pretty good. This might be good. How are you, love? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. What's up? Hi. Um, yeah, it wasn't the best. The idea, it's the idea and the story that appeals to me. Having to run that race. Yeah, and I think it was probably like your original death race idea, but the idea of the death race was kind of different. But the like I'm curious to see how they do it because they have to like there's some amount of that movie that they have to keep up and over the top just to be yeah, it's been done a lot. But the idea of this one because I mean, you could argue that even the original Running Man was part of the idea behind the Hunger Games from Susan. I forget her last name. Collins, I think it is. Because I mean that's kind of like the idea is that you have to compete in this one thing, and we created this one spectacle for you to go, and everybody had to enjoy and view as a reminder. Similar to like the Roman gladiators, they were, you know, the first celebrities really because the gladiators were fun. I got Escape from New York vibes. Exactly. That's kind of what it's all about, Smithereen. Is just those enjoyable like uh hang out times and have fun times. And like you have to leave the city in order to do something. But instead of it being like the government being corrupt, it's corrupt. Yeah, I I don't disagree with you, no mana. There are some very good moments in there, but it was not an overly well done book. But the idea was somewhat similar to Running Man. So that was supposed to be kind of why she did so many was to start breaking the system or the idea of breaking the system. I just I don't particularly care with how they did it. Yeah. There were parts of the story that I found more interesting, but she never was able to tell them because it's you know it's a YA book, and it was a very formula YA book, so it sold like hotcakes. But I oh yeah, I mean Woody's character was interesting in the entirety of the book series. Um, they were because I mean at one point they were really good. Like there's some really interesting parts of the Hunger Games and kind of like the game of chess that they were trying to play, but it just never um it it felt like it never conveyed itself in the book. Or it was like never really conveyed all that well. And when you don't convey it, people kind of lose interest. I remember who she is. I don't remember. I can't think of the actress's name. Lenny Kravitz being in there was pretty good. He was kind of a little bit token, but yeah. Snow was pretty interesting, but you know, was it Sutherland, that actor. Elizabeth Banks. But I mean, it's that kind of stuff is. Yeah, she always had like the elaborate hair, and she was like really out of sorts when stuff happened here and there. Yeah. Um, she's. I would argue she's good as a side actress, but I don't know if she's really good as a lead actress. It's kind of like the girl from Buffy that played Faith. Um, she was in a lot of the teen stand-up movies or cheer movies. She was the actress in Dollhouse that was there to kind of lead that show. Um, I can't think of her name. Can't think of her name. Be safe. Yes, Alicia Cuthbert. Yeah, I don't like. I like her. She's a good actress. It's just she's not a leading actress. You know what I mean? Like she's really good when she has somebody there with her, but as a standalone, no. I'm sorry. I would like to say I'm sorry. Facts. No printers, only facts. Oh, King. So I went to the UPS store today and I had to stop myself from laughing out loud so hard. I forgot that the UPS store will fax things for you. Yeah. I forget that it is a physical form that you have to use every so often. I was last time I was getting my teeth cleaned, I was talking to the lady that, checks you out and schedules your appointment and deals with all the like stuff. She's so sweet. Um and we were talking, she's like, this printer has just been, the worst. I said, have you ever seen the Oatmeal's comic? Printers are from hell. That's what I feel like every time technology goes awry. It's like, excuse me, I would like to inconvenience your life. It's like, but why? Well, you see, today's a day that ends with Y. But yesterday was a day that ends with Y and you worked just fine. Well, today's a different Y. We went with Comic Sans instead of Times New Roman. Sorry. Oh. And you are staying cool, right? King? I know it's hot up there too. Meh. 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 Ah, I understand. I understand, King. I have seen both of us. Dealt with that as well recently. I didn't know it was a Stephen King novel. I'm actually surprised by that. It was one of his earlier works. I know that now. So, to take away from the warmer bits of thought, I realized that they're remaking the Running Man movie from the 80s with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was running around the city trying to survive and make $1 million. Okay, hold on. No, mana. You did see. You did see Ready Player One, right? Okay. So the initial premise of Ready Player One was is that the 80s essentially came back to life. Um, some billionaire saved, all of his data into like a video game. They're trying to all find the Easter eggs. And one of the things about the movie is kind of reliving like that old 80s nostalgia, which the movie and the book are two different things because it's an adaptation of the um book. But the reason why you bring it up, heyo, um, is the so the the love of Stephen King from the 80s is in the book, but apparently in the book itself, he never mentions Running Man or the idea of it or the concept of it. The enter key stronger than you, lady? And you should have a package on Monday, by the way. And they're her paints. Ma'am, this is our desk. Oh, and I just sent you more, by the way. Um, well, to be fair, Layden, I didn't I forgot that I had doubles of some paints. So I dropped two Kickstarter boxes in there. There's not many paints. If I were you though, I would recommend taking Succubus Kiss out of the box for yourself. Hey, hey, that's mine. Never been used, by the way. They'll need some solid shaking. You've got that spicy look like you're about to pounce something. What you looking at, sweetie? Oh, she just realized that the desk fan that I put in here to help move air around goes up and down. I want to see. Oh, um, these paints won't require as much shaking. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that when someone's like, undress me with your words. You have a spider on you? Yeets deletes. But anyway, I looked down at a corner of my office and realized that I had extras of something, and I was like, it's okay to show. So I had two orders of something, so I said I will share with Layden and her sister, and then they can enjoy. You're welcome. There's actually some really good colors in there. I need to actually go through the um, and put them up on my wall so I use them. One of the colors is Shield Brown, which is a very nice brown. It's a solid brown. But Succubus Kiss is in there, which is a beautiful purple. So enjoy them. I think I have a red that I'm okay with. I feel like it's waxy. I think we're going to put them to the side. Very waxy. Much wax. I didn't take that. I am a fan of Star Trek. I like Strange New Worlds, but I refuse to pay for Paramount Plus, so I have to figure out a way to watch the new season. I didn't care. I Discovery taught me that I don't like serial formats for shows, and I prefer monster or episode of the week kind of stuff. I like the ones where it's like uh Picard's like trying to tell like Riker tries to tell a dad joke or something, and Picard just face palms. Or it's the other way around, I can't remember which way. Can I help you, sweetie? Hello. You are not in the right spot right now. Thank you. Yeah, she's right next to me. Hello. How are you, sweetie? I know on Saturday when we do a long stream, possibly you could get a snack. But not right now. If I do a long stream on Friday, should I get your treat toy ready so you can show everybody how smart you are? I do have those soft ones to put in there too. She is under consideration for that right now. Hey T, welcome in. The so you've never seen it, no mana. I have one of those puzzle toys. You've heard me describe it, probably. It's one of those toys where you put the treat in like a puzzle and they have to solve to get the treat. Yeah. Yeah. If I do a long stream on Friday, I will probably have to have that at the ready. I may have it at the ready no matter what. Just so she has something to do. Hey, there is nothing in the trash can for you, my love. I emptied it. So if I do something long on Friday, I'll probably consider having that at the ready. Sometimes for stay in frame, I would have it at the ready, but oh, Layden, should we do stay in frame this since it's a holiday weekend, or do you want to pass on it? Saturday is the day after 4th of July. Did we want to continue to do our standard stream, or did we want to cancel it for 4th of July? Oh, okay. Fine by me. I'm here for it. I just wanted to make sure. I'm down to clown as well. Ba, ba. You're okay, no matter. Mrs. P's hanging out in her little bed, just being chill as all get out. It's helping. Yeah. So for my streams, when I do my social posts for Blue Sky and Instagram and um, the final post, which I need to get better about posting final things in Discord. I have a standard format that I typically bring the photo into, just to save on some of that for my own sanity. Yeah. 1,000 years later, and we have this. It's like, oh, shoot. Think about stretch like. Oh! I actually need to go through my phone and clean it out and delete all the photos off of it again. Simply for if my phone ever dies and I need to get a new one, I'm not at the store for like a day. Yeah, I know. Um, but my phone, I tend to take a lot of photos of miniatures, and I have them all backed up on the OneDrive. I just need to go clean them out. I understand, Blaidd. It's just some screenshots I don't need to keep because I saved it to OneDrive or I know where I can find it. Like all of the photos that I post for Instagram, I have the quote unquote raw photo on my phone. And then I have the finished photo on the OneDrive. Like, literally, all of the photos I have in like multiple places. Like, I don't need them in multiple. So, I don't have my keyboard upstairs. I might have to go get that just to make sure. Just to confirm. Um, but it's if I go to like if I had to go get a new phone today, I could be there all day because the Wi-Fi sucks, and trying to transfer data over the Wi-Fi kills me. Good evening, Antifreeze. How are you? You're correct, Antifreeze. Not Antifreeze. I'm sorry. No mana. The I was surprised because when I got my current phone that I have, this one, they didn't let me take it home, and transfer the data and ship the old one back. I had to do it in store, and I was like, oh, that's special. So I'm sitting there all day waiting for the data to transfer. And that's what took me forever. But if I did it at home, it would have been in no time flat. Because I'm at home and that's how it works. But I understand why they didn't do it or why they won't do it that way. It's just. Yeah. Yeah. If I get a new phone, I have to go all the way to the store and get one, which I don't like, but it's the life I live. So. I mean, that sounds like it's more fun. Really, it is. I mean, that I would have rather been home, you know, playing a round of CS or talking to people and just chatting. Instead, I'm sitting in an AT&T store with next to nothing to do except your phone. Also, I need to figure out what I want to cook this weekend. I have to figure it out tomorrow because I have to go to the meat market tomorrow. I was thinking about doing pulled pork because someone, antifreeze, posted their pork butt in frickin' chat. Some mother. but I could do the country style ribs. So I don't know how big your family is into antifreeze, but for me personally, if you find like the country ribs, I like them a lot better than standard pulled pork or doing a full butt because you get just the you get a very small amount in comparison to everything else. Yeah, a full butt helps you. It doesn't last you that long. If I make a full 10-pound butt, yeah, yeah, you need all four. You need all of it for those four people. Um, but for me and Katra, I can't. We do a lot of butts. In food, no mana. Antifreeze posted his butt up that he smoked, which looked absolutely delicious. Had a great bark. The jus looked amazing. And probably tasted really good too. Welcome in, Helgrat. Yeah. So, for me, I am single. So buying a full butt is hard. Because I literally have 12 pounds of pork that I have to eat. Probably not the wisest thing for me. 12 pounds of pork. But yeah. Um but pork butt, shoulder kind of thing. It's a it's usually a chunk of meat. Uh Sometimes referred to as a pork picnic roast, depending on where you're at. But it's usually a 12 to yeah. It's usually 12. It could be anywhere between 8 to 14 pounds of just like a pure pork piece. Usually, if you ever order like a barbecue sandwich or you see someone talk about shredded pork, that's usually what it is. Yes, it's American, very American. Um, Antifreeze 420 smokes meats like I do, and he was smoked a pork butt recently. I was like, but for an individual person, you can get what's known as a country style rib, which is essentially the pork butt sliced into smaller pieces, which sometimes can be a little bit tastier because the smaller pieces give you bark all the way across. So when you shred, it's bark plus delicious dissolve in your mouth kind. Yeah. We cook on this stream. We do all kinds of stuff. We do have ads starting up soon. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-ba-bum-bum. Didn't realize streamed. Oh no, mana. Welcome in, Epic Cheese. Welcome in. Thank you for that follow. I'm just a very quiet lurker sometimes, Epic. We have the amazing No Mana Man, Laden Roses bouncing around, a couple of others hanging out as well. Katie Lou Who might be lurking in the background. Cella Bloom might show up in a bit. I never know. I always make sure I have my best Sunday dress on, and we're good to go. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I've done that too, no matter. So, for me, one of the weirdest things was like a lot of my early photos for I think we have traded likes and stuff on Instagram. So much fun. Um a lot of my early photos for works way back in the day was videos. So I would take like a video and send it to like my ex at the time or my partner at the time. So like, look what I did. And I didn't take any photos. And I started organizing like my final stuff so I could have like pre-roll things for like the starting soon stream. I started looking back at it and I go, wow, I was stupid. And it took me nearly a year and a half to stop doing that. I'm like, oh, my partner must have hated me so much. They were so patient. Yeah. Well, welcome in, Epic. I hope you're doing great this evening. We're working on our warrior, I think this one is, from Elden Ring right now. Our jar warrior, Alexander, I'm going to put him in the dung pile. I've got a nice waxy red at the top. I kind of like his coloring. It's kind of got that muted, desaturated browns and grays and stuff like that. Board game. Yep. It's board game night. So we paint from the Elden Ring board game tonight. I have a massive wall of shame. Yeah. Turn on the kitty cam here. That shelf right there goes from the ceiling to the floor is all unpainted miniatures. I had a problem. It was I may have bought a few back to Kickstarter 2 and then decided that on Wednesdays we just do board game stuff. So I have Borderlands that I'll work on. I have Batman. Yeah, but yeah. Welcome to the Kickstarter support group. Hello, my name's Penny Paint Paints. I've backed Kickstarters and then go, whoops, that I don't need that. I'm doing good. I'm recovering. I only Mythic Battles, Greek and Norse. Yeah, that would be fun. The only one that I backed recently was the one from Daniel Found. He did a Snow White, or they did a Snow White figure. So Puss in Boots was a sculpt from Daniel Found. He did a Snow White version, or a Snow White sculpt that I picked up from Kickstarter. Kinks and cat. I have never regretted Kickstarters. Um, the only Kickstarters I've regretted were the ones that had Blacklist miniatures in their name, unfortunately. And I don't even regret the Kickstarter themselves because the sculpts are good. I just didn't like the drama around it. And that's the part that I don't mind waiting for a year. It gives me time to do other things. Um, the next one coming is the Dungeon Delvers from Reaper. Is the next Kickstarter I have coming. It should be the last one I have out there in space for the time, which is okay by me. Yeah. So for you, Epic, really quick, because I gotta let something dry. I gotta let things percolate. So Reaper did the Greek Odyssey for Bones 5, I believe it is. So I have a giant cloud giant mommy that I need to paint up that I'm gonna do in a blue skin, obviously. One of the larger ones that I might be doing for a Cutie Patootie Sunday is the Cerberus from the Greek mythology set as well. They have some really interesting sculpts. Or a uh, why am I blanking on the warrior's name? Amazon. Amazon warrior. It's just a player character, Amazon. You can paint them up however you want, but you know, I I too am very much a sucker for the mythology sets. Like I think it's really interesting to see how some of it comes to life. Xena, yeah, we can make it Xena. Or Xena, get one with the staff and have Xena sidekick. Oh, Layden's just as bad. She's got a mind worse than a 13-year-old. So if Big Child ever gets their website back up and running, have you ever seen their Echoes of Camelot? Oh man, I have a cat that wants to support my bad habits just so she can knock it off the shelf. Yeah. I'm so sad that they're not coming back. I am so sad by that. I know. So, if you can find it, the Echoes of Camelot. Yeah. I figured something like that went on. But this set was really interesting. I need to, yeah. So I've painted up the Pilgrim. He's on Instagram. I need to go through the box and clean it out. Uh, Finish cleaning them up and start basing them so I can get them going and painting on them. If you could ever find them, I would recommend it. But it's kind of sad that they went under, but uh, yep. Antifreeze hangs out. He was one of my first. He hung out with me for a while. He saw me paint the 75 millimeter cat figure. Not yet. Not yet. He is a VIP and he is one of my favorites. Only at $300 channels. Yeah. Someone's got to keep him humble. Every so often, Darth Rosie shows up as well. Well, I mean, Rosie's a lot of fun to have around. She can be a hoot. And apparently we're going hard on this guy tonight. I was considering starting Blaidd. Um, well, I mean, she's Darth Rosie. How can you not make her a mod? She might force choke you, and then it'd be sad. Every so often, she does hang out with me. It's always just nice to have people to hang out and chat with while we do the hobby and enjoy our addictions to plastic. Darth Rosie and antifreeze? I'm pretty sure he's not. Plenty of skin. Yeah. It's it's hard when you start taking all of the photos, you go, okay, I gotta do something with it. And then you forget. Or you um Send them off to the. Snapchat is trying to alert me of something. Well, Blaidd should be going live soon. Assuming she can clean her desk off in time. Soon, Blizzard trademark, soon. Layden, you're gonna be like me. You're gonna have a wall of MSP paints, and then you're gonna go, I'm gonna buy a set of Chimera and then never use them again. Yeah. They're pretty hard to break. They're not like Citadels. They can snap. Citadel can dry out on you really quick, but because of the dropper bottles, they don't. The person that created them is Anne at Painting Big on Twitch. And she does not like wasting paints. So. Yeah. You're not wrong, no man. That's why Vallejo and all of them started. Apparently, I made a pact with an eldritch horror, and organization of a wet palette is how I work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try not to add more colors than what I'm going to use. How you this morning, Raging? Thank you for this morning's entertainment and stream. You are a lovely individual to hang out with in the morning. Mix up my wet palette? I'm sorry. Apparently, it's unsettling to some that I have this Eldritch Pact to be organized. Um, Oh, I can sow chaos everywhere. I don't need any help with that. I think that's probably why I have such an organized web palette. Just vibe. That's all you need, Raging. Just vibes. Just vibes, mate. Because trust me, there are plenty of times where I did not have a clean palette at all. When I was doing my Bell month bust, oh, I had that thing all messed up, like just everywhere. I had so many repot pieces of paint that I had to restart. Now we just need Ginger Beef to show up. I haven't seen him in a while. Again. Ah, I understand. Him and Spoonie are very busy at work. Wow. No. He's more mature than you. I'd like to argue that point. If Cooper is not a perfect gentleman, then Ginger Beef cannot be more mature than you. I can't. I reject your reality and I insert my own. Any other questions? I'll Adam Savage this in 2 seconds. Yay! All your basing stuff. All that basing stuff. That's what I'm. That's what it's all about. That base. Yeah, I thought Mrs. Ginger worked too. I know that he's busy with providing for his family, which is, acceptable.
Katra. Spelling mistake just showed up with 3
Okay.
viewers. Hope they have treats.
Welcome in, Spieling. So I have my favorite Kiwi, spelling mistake, showing up, and then I have my second favorite Kiwi, Ragin. So Ragin meets Spieling, Spieling mate Ragin. Ragin also does 3D printing. But Spieling's also a Kiwi. And they're a lot of fun. They're the queen bee Nurgle spreader. Can do. But welcome in, Raiders. The Spieling mistake does the painting things as well. She will paint up the Nurgles is what you get you a they them that can do my new I'm sitting there reading that. She's asleep in the other room. She's just hanging out, being chill. You know me. If she was around, I would have that cam on. 2 seconds. For you, Spieling, our Jar Warrior Alexander is going to be considered complete. I've got the nice creepy red wax on the top piece. She should be getting sassy in about 30 minutes. I'm going to kind of call him done. I'm kind of done futzing with him. So I'm going to put him in the done category. So he can get clear coated and based. Or clear coated. Or varnished. That's the word. Varnished. And then we have our warrior. I believe it's the warrior. Or is it the hero? What's the reference photo I saved? Elden Ring Foxes. Nope, it's the warrior. It is the warrior. So it's the starting class warrior. Did some non-metallic metal. I'm not all the way happy with it, but it is what it is for this guy. It looks pretty convincing. But they've got the blue and leathers and a little bit of metallics all strewn about them. So we've got that represented. I think it looks nice. I just need to finish painting up his base. Well, hold on. Hold on. Yep. Yep. I'm going to set him to the side. 2 more Death Guard to go. Yay! So we have the loyal consort himself, the protector of Rani, the queen, Blaidd the wolf. He has one really big sword. It's a little curvy. I've tried to fix it. It doesn't want to get fixed, so. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this fur cloak. Because I've tried that and it just eventually works its way back. I might try it. I might do a hair dryer and then let it hang out like that and be overstressed back the other way. Um, I did hot water is where I originally started. Bend it back something like that and let it sit like that for a while, like over go the other way, and cool it. Then cool it off, and it should go back to normal. Should. Like it wants to rest that way. It's just it's life. Yeah. Put them under heat on them, stress bin. I didn't think about it when I said, like I started saying, I'm like, that could describe a lot of us right now. Just put him under a heat lamp and see how he bends in stress. Um, so, so what Death Guard do you have left to do? Do you have to left to do the Flail Man, or is it another one that I'm missing? Broosh, broosh, broosh. I need a broosh. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna do bigger. Oh, where are my banners? I'm sorry, I forgot. Please follow our friends Feeling Mistake. They are a hoot and a half to be around, a force of positivity, and a great bee all around. Sometimes they will hang out with us and do stay in frame on Saturdays. Sometimes they don't. But they are a goof and always a riot to be on when you see them playing in the Minecraft, the Terraria, the sometimes scary game. But we were talking, Spieling. I don't know if you ever watched the original 80s um, Running Man movie. And if you had opinions or thought about the remake. Mm. So they're making it. There's a trailer for it. It's got Josh Brolin. It's got a handful of other people. Yeah, that'll land next year. Me and No Manor were talking about it because we frequently reminisce about our old movies or old movies in general. Um, it's interesting to watch them, but I saw that they were doing a remake of it, and I laughed, and I thought it was a really interesting concept to redo it because they changed the story up just a little bit. Let me transfer. Should be good. Yeah, the story is slightly different this time. Um, It's instead of them going down in like a maze, it's them running through the city. So it it might be interesting. And he volunteers this time. He's not a was he a prisoner in the first one? Or was he like a convict of some kind? Was that what it was? Were they convicts trying to get out of prison? And that was their form of entertainment. Um, that's what it was. This time, he's trying to save his daughter. Oh, you're thinking of a different movie. Yeah. Yep. That's what it was. And he was trying to find his way out, and the only way he could get out was through the Running Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's like a an active maze that they're in with hunters and different sectors kind of deal. Um, I think that it's absolutely beautiful and hilarious all at the same time. Oh, it is. So, Nomana pointed out to me that it was originally a Stephen King novel from back in the 80s. Um, so, if you want to see a very young Arnold Schwarzenegger starting his career of one liners, some of it kind of starts with that movie because essentially he was carrying it along with a handful of goofy other things. Uh, it it is in no way, shape, or form a good movie. It is just one you watch and you go, "What am I watching, and why can't I stop?" It's a train wreck that you can't unstop because it just keeps getting worse and worse, kind of deal. You just, yeah. One of the hunters driving around in a big bling Christmas tree car singing opera. How? Where do you go from there? Like, how did the hunter get a Christmas bling car and he's singing opera? Well, I mean, he's got to be. It's just, you know, the moment I saw the trailer for it. Don't worry, no matter. He'll be back. just, it's silliness is what it is. And like those old 80s movies, you don't go back and watch them and go, man, this was like a really compelling story. You go, what were we thinking as kids, and why did we think this was a good movie to watch? It's okay, Jay. Take a few moments and breathe. Be well, Spieling. Feel better soon. May the blessing of Nurgle pass soon. Did something happen,
Thank
Jay?
you, Blaidd81 coming in with the awesome people.
And here comes Blaidd81. What's up, Blades? How are you? How did your figure turn out that you were painting on tonight? And if you're not, you're about to take photos? Did you remember to take in progress photos? Double painty paints. Not this time. We're just working out some base coloring right now, figuring out where we want to go with this guy. Okay, Jay. You're okay. Take some time and breathe. You're always welcome to hang out and just be chill. We got the lo-fi going. Just hang out and listen. Lurkers are always welcome. I'm gonna need some pure white here in a second. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake it up. Enter minis. Aren't you supposed to be sleeping, my lovely German friend? I saw that work you were doing on that bust. It was pretty good. I know. We're working on Blaidd the Wolf a little bit tonight. Or working on Elden Ring, really. Uh, futzing around with our warrior and kind of wrapping him up, and I feel like he's done. I just need to do the base. Tinkered with our Jar Warrior Alexander. Got some red wax looking thing. It's waxy enough for me. I like it. You can make out the full pattern. And it feels creepy and eerie. So he's gonna go over to the dung pile. But yeah, where was that figure you were working at? I saw you on Instagram a little bit. And sometimes I lurk in your stream. Sometimes. If you guys don't, pop over and give that fellow a follow on Instagram. Right now I'm on a no purchase. But I'm definitely gonna put something like that up there because yeah, that was definitely an interesting way that they did the sculpt. From what I could remember, or what I was looking at, I was like, wow, that's pretty. That's pretty. Not with Purdy. Oh, I don't know. Uh, I I thought it was interesting how they were able to incorporate some of it, but then again, I mean, some of it's this painting that I found to be interesting as well, and how you got your colors to look like they did, because it looks like a violet red under. Your love of your arms dealer. Do you need your license renewed? He's going to do that for you too? I'm kidding. Uh, from the last time you hung out with me, I did undercoat a little differently for this guy to build up my skin tone. So I went with a violet undertone and then built up from there to Caucasian slash shiny skin tone for him. Turn down my exposure really quick and you'll see it a little bit better with the purple undertone or the violet undertone. Which something I notice you do quite a bit when you're doing your shadow work. Just me being a lurker and going, oh, that's how some people tackle that. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da-da, 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 ba-da-da. Oh, for you, Enter. I don't know if you ever saw Kat the finish and how she ended up. Ba-da-ba, ba-da. Thanks. Thank you for that tip on helping me get her hair just right. It was very delightful. Rudderless. Rudderless. Gotcha. I will put that on the list. I have a long weekend coming up. It feels relatively cold. Stella Bloom! How you doing, sweetie? We do have ads coming up in 6 minutes. I forgot to be doing the snooze, so we're going to go a little bit extra because I'm not driving into the office tomorrow. Upset! What are we upset about? Who are we raging against? Who are we raging against? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. I got the cat. She's ready. No. 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 I refuse to reject this logic. I would like to correct that somehow. Please tell me how, and I will correct it. A hospital box. I will send my hospital vibes as much as I can to you. And I pray for their speedy recovery. Ah. Let nature do what nature does and heal themselves up. That's good. Yeah. Um, Thank you for that follow, Belly Savas. Hello, sweetie. How are you? I know I have to go a little extra tonight, so can you please? Um, I know it's asking quite a bit to be chill, but please? How are you? Okay. Are you going on your adventures? Yeah, that's sad. I hope they pull through. More or better than none, but Nature has to be nature. Unfortunately. What's up? What? What? Oh, that's sad, Jay. I'm sorry for your loss. Yep. Friday, if I do that long stream, I'm gonna have to make sure I get her extra. I'm gonna have to have her treat toy filled up and ready to go. Bye. You're okay. Stretch in the back. Coffee at the bar. Was it a recent coffee adventure? Jay can't hear me because they're stuck in ads. It's unfortunate one of those things must always happen. We wait too long to say goodbye sometimes, or we wait too long for something. It is never easy. It is not something that is ever okay, it feels like. But you have people around you, Jay. But last time I saw one of my uncles was on Memorial Day weekend here in the States. They came down and I made some ribs, and we joked and laughed and had a great time. My eyes do not want to do the small things right now, so I am going to hold that there, hold that there. The thing about it, Jay, is like Twitch chat's like Hogwarts. All you need to do is simply ask for help. You will find it. Mm-hmm. There's a color darkness, which I need to finish thinning out that bottle somehow. What's my black and darkness? So depending on the show, like someone once upon a time was talking to me about different aspects of life, and I was like, sometimes you just gotta wait for the wheel to come up. And people are like, well, what do you mean the wheel to come up? I'm like, well, I mean, as Mama Crichton once upon a time said, sometimes, life is like a giant wheel and you're stuck on the down. Sometimes you're stuck on the up. Sometimes you just gotta wait for the wheel to come up. Okay. Get you a good old cry in. All right. So the tricky part about painting this cloak is that essentially I have to use every color but black. Even though it's a very black thing. Multi! Welcome in! How are you? It's been a forever. Well, it's not been a forever. I've seen you. You were here Monday or Sunday. European Muppet that can't sleep. Well, Interments is about as well. Could be sleeping, could not be. Could be doing post-stream care. I am unsure, but he's always welcome. Huzzah! Well, Osoff Malti is also a German. That's how I knew what time it was for you. That's awesome, Malti. Congratulations.
Emotional damage!
damage.
Solo tier request to dad joke.
Okay, we got a dad joke coming up. The button doesn't work. Why doesn't the button work? There are two types of people in this world. Those that can extrapolate from incomplete data. that's a thinking one right there. That's a thinking one. It's not the best. Well, let's do it again. I finally bought the limited edition thesaurus. Thought I've always wanted. When I opened it, all the pages were blank. I have no words to describe how angry I am. Oh. We might have to find a third one here in a second. We need to let SiriBot cool down for just a few moments. Sometimes the dad joke giveth, sometimes the dad joke taketh. It's A-okay. I mean, Fortune was too good. It was just one of those that stuck with you. When I was growing up, I had two dogs, Calvin and Klein. Isn't that a brand of underwear? Exactly. They were my boxers. Love it. I love it. One second. There you go. That is a great one right there. Best ever. Let's try the dad joke again. Why did the tomato blush? Because it saw the salad dressing. Oh, yes. That is what we're going for. That groan. That moment when you go, why? Can I help you, sweetie? I'm going to toss up the closing time. Unfortunately, we're going to do 10 minutes. I'll hit our raid timer. Yay! Heavy rain. That's a good thing. It's always good to have that. I need to check the weather tomorrow and see what we're going to be making and cooking. Was that one of the ones that was $65 for a 6-pack? Two 6-packs. What's Bud Light stand for? Yeah, I would recommend not doing that. Not in the evening hours. If it was still light out, I would be with you, but in the evening hours it's kind of hard because people it's catching up when I take my walk in a park and I'm still concerned about motor vehicles running me over there. Yeah. Probably do a different piece of this cloak. There we go. Mm. Good night, Enter. Good to see you again. Be safe. Have a good reset. You know, in Germany, no mana, that could be considered a crime. I know you usually play. Yay, base coats on the next night. Awesome. That's. I like the big stompy robots. I like big stompy robots. I cannot lie. Yeah. Very easy math. More wine. Or more beer. You can save a tab. I'll raid into Layden. I'll raid into her in a couple moments. Just trying to understand my thought process through this one. Trying to. I might need to futz with that some more. It is just right. I think right there it's going to kind of show what I want, but it's hard to see right now. Need to get it all the way up. But alas, I have one more day of work before I have a long weekend. I will consider doing a long stream on Saturday or Friday, a longer stream anyway. I'm going to go ahead and hit the ring button real quick. So, everybody be kind to yourselves, love each other, stay cool. It is hot out there. Drink plenty of water. I agree with you, Sel. I agree. It's hot. We're going to go say hello to our favorite person, Blaidd Roses. Let us all go say hello and have a great night.